So welcome back to today's video. I am super excited because I am going to be showing you guys all of the pros and cons on best mini bags of 2021, at least in my opinion, because I've definitely made my eyes go whoa when I saw them, and I'm super happy that I was able to get them on hand and to see them, try them, and fill it out. In case if you are thinking to splurge on any of these micro style bags, today this video is going to be covering the pros and cons on all four of these bags, and also I'm going to be trying it on. Did I change my mind on some of it or maybe all of it? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be another goodies filled video because I have 4 handbags here. We are gonna get to the unboxing of each one of them as I promised, because in the other video I told you I'm still waiting to collect some pieces from the 21P collection. So finally they have arrived, and today we are going to be taking a look at some of the hottest mini bags of the season, if not the most popular. I'm going to be getting to detail shots like the other jewelry videos we made, but on mini handbags. And also I wanted to talk to you guys about what I like and what I don't like about them, and whether or not if I think some of these are good investments. So far, after I've been using it for a little bit, I definitely see the pros and cons on the different styles of mini handbags that Chanel rolled out. I have noticed some pros and cons, some major ones on these mini bags Chanel has done this season, so I cannot wait to get into it. But first, let's unbox all of these. First, let me start from this bag over here. I actually don't remember what are in these bags, but let's get into the very first one over here. And all 4 bags are from the 2021 collection. They are from different seasons, but majority of them are from the current season, which is a 21P, and also the 2021 Métiers d'Art collection. So if you're a Chanel lover like myself, it's dangerous because I think this season they did really well, and I picked up quite a few pieces because I really liked it. So here you can see that there are the tags. This one is from the 21A, which is the bag that I have already unboxed. Voila! This is from the 21A Métiers d'Art collection, and it's got this really lovely vintage style looking pearl handles with the Chanel logo on here. I have already talked about this bag in the unboxing video. It is one of the minis that I absolutely love when I laid eyes on it. Let's get into the pros and cons about this particular bag. If you're thinking to get it, my thing is that I have nothing bad to say about the design of this particular bag, but the cons, there are quite a few. First of all, the handle is really heavy. If you feel it in person, it is made of quite a solid piece of metal. It is very top heavy, as I showed you in the initial unboxing, because if I were to just hold it like this, the bag is always looking down. It's never standing up, so it's really frustrating, and I think this is one of the major downsides. But if you are thinking to just hold on to it like this, it does work out. There are quite some card slots in here. Unlike the other mini bags where you see just one compartment, this one is a lot more structured. So it has like 1, 2, 3, 4 card holders and 2 very big ones in the middle, and the front ones you can maybe put some cash or whatnot. So I do like the style of this bag, but I don't think it's the most practical. And I know that there is another version that my friend Kristen got from this collection, which is the exact same design but in the size of a wallet on chain, which now I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Because now I feel like that bag is more practical and it's probably easier to use than this one. Alrighty you guys, so let's now take a closer look at each of these items. The first one is a pearl one. Whenever you wear the chain like this, it actually will create some indentation, as this is the only point that holds the flap. Whenever you wear the bag, this is the only way, besides the fact that it always tilts over. This is the only way that this card holder sits on the chain. So I am afraid that over time, maybe not even too long after you start wearing it, there will be indentation and also like impressions of metal over against the piece of the inner flap, because this just rests kind of right on this piece over here. So it's a really delicate point, and I'm not sure why they designed it this way. The look, the design, I have nothing to say, but in terms of practicality and me looking at it in person, I can definitely point out a few things that is not the best in terms of material selecting. Love the leather detailing that secures the metal and leather chain, and of course the iconic Chanel logo stamped over here. Snap button with Chanel detailing on there as well, and it's got a nice red interior on the card holder, so a lot of iconic elements here, and I definitely could appreciate this design as it really reminds me of a vintage piece that is just a remake of the current trend. So this is perfect. And also there's no back pocket on the back of this quilted pattern, and overall the leather is really nice and shiny, and it's not too soft. It's got this like medium kind of texture, and I do think it's a calf skin, not a lamb skin, because it feels very, very different. So that's this one. But this is such a collector's piece just because of the size of it, and it's also black and gold, so I absolutely adore the look of it. But there are some pros and cons. If you don't get to see this in person, definitely consider those things that I just mentioned. This one has the other mini that I picked up. Came with a bow as well as the product care card. We also have the authenticity card as well as the tag that came with the bag. And let me open it. I ended up really liking this bag because of how cute it is, and it is this particular bag. I don't know what they call it in particular. I think they call it like a mini bag on the hanger, and the front actually has quite some nice detailings. It is a metal bar that's holding a top piece of leather over here, and you can rotate the chain either to the front or to the back, or you can just leave it like this. But I honestly think if you wear this under, it kind of hides. It's not the best length if you are pulling two chains together, but I do love how dainty the little flap is, and it's also very soft. Besides the average one compartment that is always in the back of the bag, there's no other compartments inside of this bag, and it is quite short. However, I'm going to try it out with a couple credit cards so you guys can see how easy it is to take it in and out. Now that you guys can see that I'm trying out with the credit cards, you clearly can see it goes in and out very easily. However, one of the cons that's on this bag is that I noticed when you rotate the turn lock over here, you can actually hear something like this, which is quite interesting because from what I noticed, only some of the replica Chanel bags have this kind of issue, and I don't know why it is happening on this particular bag. It's just kind of a turn off, but you can definitely hear it very obviously whenever I turn it. Another nice detailing on this bag is that it is a hanger-like design top handle, and when you turn it to the back, there is a Chanel logo impressed on here, and also there are two Chanel screws here. Now I'm going to try this little piece on with you guys. You can now take a look on how little this is, and like many of you know, Chanel has been rolling out a lot more smaller bags because of the trend, and people are just loving it. However, if you're someone who needs a bigger bag or who needs to put your phone somewhere, I don't think this is the most practical size for you, but I do think these are absolutely adorable. There's more leather detailing that fills up this metal handle over here. Another thing I really liked a lot is this. Great ASMR moment for you guys. Oh, the back knows how to do a trick. So when the chain is rolled up all the way in the back, this is kind of the angle or the way it tilts when it's like this. And if I were to switch it, then it kind of tilts backwards. But this one looks more like the way it's supposed to be because it looks straighter. So your call and your way to style it. I did also notice that the quilting pattern on this is also bigger compared to some of the other bags that have the same scale. I do like the slightly enlarged quilted pattern, and the leather is also sturdy. It's not too soft, so I wouldn't worry too much about scratches on here. And also this being black, I do think, you know, you can get a lot more wear out of this. These are fall winter collection. There are pop-up colors that you can choose from it. I believe I saw gray, I saw red, and I don't know, just very vintagey and very modern at the same time. So they definitely did a good job pulling this one off. Next, this is the latest arrival, and it did take a while, and I wasn't sure if I was going to receive it. I have not seen this particular color on Instagram, and I think that is due to each store's different buy-in. Some stores buy different colors, but I'm really glad the store that I ordered from does have this particular color available. I'll let you be the judge, because when I first saw this color, I was like, I must have it because it's the prettiest beige that I've seen. And voila, here she is. I saw my friend Me Like It Too unboxing a mini vanity in this color, and I was like, oh my god, it's so pretty. You can also double wear them together, kind of like how they showed in the campaign. This color is just so beautiful, and I think it's like goat skin or treated lamb skin because it doesn't feel that soft, and it is with kind of a vintage rustic gold hardware again. So when you open it, you can see that there's no additional pocket in the back anymore, so it is literally one compartment. Since I can feel this bag, I'm going to talk about the cons. First of all, this bag feels really, really light, okay? Besides the cute color, in person, this color appears to be a in-between color of beige and a nude pink. I don't know how well it comes off on the camera, but it is not a true beige color from Chanel in my opinion. Also, different colors display differently on different types of leather. This is how it looks like on this kind of treated lambskin. The chains are really heavy and really, really substantial, which is great, but this bag feels really, really light and flimsy, and I almost feel like it's not worth the price of what they're asking for, because it is priced at $1,825 for this, and I just don't think it feels that way. It doesn't even feel heavy. So that is my initial impression about this. And what I like about it though is if you compare this one to the previous black one I just showed you guys, I do think this one looks bigger and more structured than this little hanger bag that is just very short and cute. So there's pros and cons in both. If you were to choose, which one would you choose? I've already made a mess here, but we've made it to the final one. And this is my super cute Chanel Spring Summer micro vanity over here. I know a lot of you guys think it's absolutely bizarre that Chanel is asking for this kind of price point for little bags like this. I don't think price really justified for what the product is. I do agree with you, but sometimes when we buy things, we're kind of letting the impulsive side out. And for me, I just have a crazy obsession with mini bags or micro bags. I just think they're the cutest thing ever, and I think the brand gets it now, so they kept rolling out more mini and micro size bags. So this is my little pink one over here, and after comparing all three other styles, this is the one that still has my heart because of the structure of this bag. It is unlike the other bags that I showed you, which they kind of look like a card holder on the chain. This is something that has more structure to it, and I think you can fit more than credit cards. And I love how there are two metal pieces on the side of the top handle where you can actually hold on to it. It will not tilt over like the pearl bag. So that is the pink one. I picked this color because it's just so unique instead of the traditional black. And I mentioned before, the caviar leather on here is a very, very unique type of caviar. It is a kind of a soft texture leather with a very, very fine caviar on there. Some people don't like it, but I personally don't mind it because overall I still prefer the texture leather over lambskin, even though lambskin can be very sturdy as well. The hardware on here is a in-between of a brassy color and a champagne gold. It's got a really, really nice weight to it. As you can see, I let it just drop on my hand. It is really, really heavy, and I love the touch and feel on these hardware because I think that really differentiates the authentic piece from the non-authentic piece. What really sold me on it is this little CC kind of dingly chain right here next to the leather tab, and once you open it, it really shows you the volume of this bag. And I love the detail on here, as on the back side of the zipper there are Chanel stamping on here, which I really adore. I think on O-Case there's also these little details that just makes me happy. This is the back side of the bag. Once you open it completely, it might concern some people when you open it way too frequent, or when you open this often, it might create kind of crease right here. But I think for the most part we won't put too many heavy things in there, so it's okay. And it'll be nice if they were to add another CC ending right here like the old case, but on this one it's just a regular metal tab. I love how sturdy these handles feel, because this is, you know, really sturdy, even though it's just a really nice detail. Maybe people won't dig that you have to unzip it every time, but to me it's something that I don't mind, and this is just a really cute piece. And another really good pro about these caviar is that besides it's textured, the bottom is really soft and squishy, and overall it will show less wear and scratches. Alright, I figure it could be really helpful if I do a size comparison on all 4 of these together, because they are some of the hottest styles from the season. And I have 3 things that I picked out. I have a pretty standard lipstick. I also have a credit card size card, as well as the infamous Chanel egg. I don't know why this one is doing here, but I know that a lot of us own this hand cream, so you can get the size reference if I use the most common 3 items. So as a viewer, you get a better understanding of how everything works out. So just gonna place it right here. You can see how much more space kind of this card would fit in each of these items. This is a credit card, and unfortunately it doesn't fit more than a credit card into each compartment, but let me just open it. You can see the structure better. These are the compartments, one here, one here, one here. I guess what you're looking for is the red color lining to find these card inserts. But this one, 3rd pocket being the largest pocket, you can take it out. You can take it in and out pretty easily. Kinda. You can probably fit like 3 to 5 credit cards in here, 5 being the maximum. Moving on to the next one, I'm going to place the card outside of the item so you can kind of see what the size references are. And this is the small vanity with the chain, and like I said, it has a lot more volume, and it has a fuller body, so you can either store the card just like this, it'll fit flat in this way, or you can stand it up, which I've tried it before. It still closes, but I would say the best way is to lay it down. This one fits a lot more than this one right here. And moving on to the next piece, if I place it outside of the bag, this is what it would look like inside the bag. And this one, once again, it has some volume, it has a width on the side, so you could fit multiple cards, but maybe you want to put lipstick in there as well. If you fit a lot of cards in there, you might struggle pulling the flap down, so that's another thing that you might want to think about. Okay, and traveling to the last piece over here, it looks like it has the most space, and I showed you guys earlier that there's no additional compartment in here. It is just one big old pocket. It's very spacious, which is not the case with the bag on the left here, but I will be putting a lipstick in here very shortly, so this is what credit card fits in there, and it's pretty deep, so you won't be able to see the card, unlike the one on the left. So the next item I'm going to test out for you guys is a lipstick. Let's see if a lipstick can fit into all of them, because it might not be the case for the first one, and if I were to just pop it in here, it will struggle closing up very badly, and I would not want to do that, because why stretching it out? I do think this piece is mostly made to fit anything that's flat, which is probably just credit cards and receipts, and also paper bills like cash, so you might want to keep it in mind. If you like this one, go for it because you love the look, not because of how many things it actually fits in there. And I've done reviews on the pink one already, and I showed you guys how many things fits. Besides the lipstick here, well, lipstick can be placed in here effortlessly, and you still can fit a lot more things in here. So it's a very spacious one, and it's very structured. So I definitely like this one a lot, because it literally looks like a little toy Next, let's try this one. Opening up the flap. Voila. It can be popped in there pretty. It could be popped in here pretty easily. Besides the very strange sound that the turn lock makes, the lipstick fits in here perfectly. You can probably put like 1 or 2 more in here. Lastly, it travels to the little beige one right here, and I'm going to place it in here. It will fit, and it will fit this way, and let me see if it fits standing up. So this is how tall a standard lipstick is. If you were to close it up, it is kind of hitting the top. So I wouldn't want to store it this way, but if you want space, you definitely could maximize the capacity of this bag. Lastly, I've got the Chanel Eggy here, and if this doesn't fit a lipstick, I don't think it's going to fit in this thing. But look at the size comparison of these 2 items. This is way too flat for anything that has a volume, so unfortunately this one is out, but I will try for you anyway. Oh look, it fits, but it honestly doesn't do anything. It's really silly. So this one rules out. You cannot fit anything that has a thickness to it. Next, it fits pretty effortlessly. Maybe this is what it's made for the egg hand cream, because this is literally how it fits in there. It's a vanity case. This is a makeup. It's a piece of makeup, so it fits. The third piece is this one, and I have a feeling that it might fit, but it just wouldn't really close. And my theory tested right. It would not fit this egg. And lastly, this one, I don't think it will fit, but you never know until you try it. It will. Oh no, I definitely would not want to stretch out any leather bag like this, so it does go in there, but I wouldn't say it fits. So there you go. If you have anything this size at home, you would know the only piece out of these 4 that would fit anything that has that volume would be the mini vanity, because it has a wider body. So this concludes the size testing of all Chanel mini micro bags here. These are my favorite, and some of them are literally just here for the looks. So it's time for verdict. I have all 4 of these mini bags, and I love them all equally from the very beginning because of the look. And I'm not gonna lie, after showing you guys detailed comparison amongst all 4 of them, I do have my favorite and my least favorite, and some of them I would love to buy it again. Some of them I would not buy it again. Let's start from the first one. This one is definitely on top of my prettiest list. However, it's not the most practical bag. As you can see, the structure and the design of the bag kind of just fell through. I would say it's a prettiest bag, but the most impractical one. And the fact that it only would fit credit cards, also top heavy, and the potential of the leather chain itself wearing out the leather is really making me worry. Because of the really high price point on this particular piece, I probably will not buy this again. And the next one is my small vanity on the chain, and I would say I don't regret getting this. Caviar leather is what really stands out amongst all 4 of these, and it's still one of my favorite. Also in terms of design, volume of the bag, and also practicality, you can actually get a lot of things to fit in here in terms of micro size and mini size bags. So I would buy this anytime. And the fact that you can also tie ribbons on little handles is really a plus. And next is this little hanger bag, as I call it. I do love the design of this because it just really speaks to me because of the vintage and modern kind of a mixed vibe. Also the detail on the back is just sweet. However, in terms of volume, this is probably something that would only fit, that is made for credit cards and 1 lipstick, if at most. But I usually don't bring lipsticks with me, so you can bring you know, so you can kind of stuff this little guy with more, whatever you prefer to bring with you. It's probably the smallest one, if I give you an overall shot right now, out of the 4 that is over here. And lastly, this mini flap over here probably is the most classic looking one out of the 4. It looks less seasonal, especially in this color. I would say it is the most practical and the better size out of the 4 if you're looking for something flat, because it is very tall and wide, so it gives you enough space to put plenty of things to take with you on the go. And it does have a top handle as well. The light gold hardware is something that we can all appreciate. The only thing is I wish this leather is sturdier, so it would just be a flawless combination. Yeah, there's nothing really I have to pick about this one. There's plenty of room for a mini bag on this, so I would definitely buy this again. And just know all of these are offered in different colors besides the pearl handle over here. I do know that this comes in a wallet on chain size, and the rest of the 3 does come in a variety of colors. So this is my personal rank, and I would say these 2 are on top of my list, as you can see, and I also love the colors that I chose. And these are the moments when you recognize, okay, I spent the money and I did good. These 2 being top 2 in my rank because of the color, the size, the practicality, and also how classic they are. They're very unique in its own way, so I would definitely buy these 2 in no time. And these 2 I probably will eliminate because of the impracticality, despite the looks of them. This is my rank, and I definitely am curious to see what you guys think. Which 1 or 2 would you put on top of your top 2 list? Whew, all right, that is all 4 of these micro bags. Did any of them catch your eyes, or did any of them come home with you? Let me know in the comment section below, because I do think this season right now is the one that catches my eye the most. And on Instagram, I do share some of the unboxings on here, so if you do not follow my first luxury yet, you can find our handle over here, and I might have some surprises for you. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you find it helpful. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up, because it really supports the channel and I really appreciate it. Any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.